Alright, CSS battle time. We have a sunset. The road off into the sunset, something like that. You know, kind of looks like you're, I don't know. Maybe it's something different. Maybe you see something different. I will put in my description, as always, how I think I do. On this one, kind of my approach. And then, yeah, let's get into this. I feel like this is just going to be a radial gradient. And this is pretty easy to do. I'm going to make it the HTML. Just because we can position it at the bottom and then move it up and you get this half circle shape. Easy. Now these lines here, I think what I might try to do is just skew a rectangle with a border, and hopefully that works. And so I think that'll be the body, and whether I box reflect it over or do another element like a paragraph tag and then translate it over, or if I can margin it over, that might actually work pretty good. And I might have to flip it, you know, but it should work. All right, background, we're gonna do a radial gradient. We're doing 1Q. We're gonna do purple for 25 pixels, I'm guessing. F's to like 100. Oh, we need to put the 0 in there to get the blur out of there. And then we're going, I'm way too small in that purple circle, but, and then we'll go back to purple to set the rest of the background. All right. Now let's see, let's jump this up to like 30, 35. Trying to guess if the radius is right. Seems about right. Let's position it, move it down a bit. Let's go 50% and 100 pixels. Too much. 20. Oh, okay, perfect. Let's get the size right. 40. I like 40 a lot better. All right, now let's get these out of here, because what we're going to do is we're going to use the at syntax to say bottom, and then we're going to move it up 100. That's left and right, so we're going to go 0, 100. I wonder if I can use percentage here. 50%? Nope, I can't. 200 pixels. That's better. 180. 170. Okay. Alright, and then let's just 140 on that. So we have that shape going. It's not too expensive. It's decent. Let's get into our body. Now this, we're going to want to have a border 20 pixels solid and white. Alright, let's margin it down. 100 on the top, like 50 on the sides. Nope. 100 and 0. Let's actually do like -20. Something like that. Okay, it's still there. Let's go 150. 60, 70. Okay. Now, I'm just setting this up right now just to see what the skew looks like. Can I do skew without a transform? We cannot. I think that's the one. Let's just type it out and see if it takes it 15 degrees. Nope. Okay. Transform, skew, 15 degrees. Okay. 25, 35. Almost seems like the border on that side gets a little bit thinner, but let's margin it over now. Say this one's going to be like -20, and this one's going to be 200, 250. Yeah, just get it off the screen. Doesn't matter what it is. Which is kind of cool. I could probably use percentage there because it won't matter too much. Let's get this right. 350, 60, 70, 80, 75. It's about right. Let's skew it some more. Is that too much? 40? The line seems about right. I just am not certain. Yeah, so okay, so what I'm seeing is this line is getting skinnier with the skew, which kind of makes sense. Can we skew on the z-axis? Let's take this off, just see what the, or I guess the y-axis. Let's see what happens when we do that. 40 degrees. Negative 40. Wrong shape. So I did need the x-axis. Right now we can't see it because it's so far over. Let's move it. Strange. Okay, that doesn't work. So I could adjust border length, width. Skew, you know, and compensate for what the skew is doing. If I just get the, you know, the angles right. Yeah, like that. So if I increase the border width, it should work, right? So border, I'm just gonna see what we get. If we have 20 pixels top and bottom, do I just need 20, 30, 25, 26? Okay. So interesting. Let's do to the left, 200 pixels. Box reflect does not actually work. Is it reflecting? Okay. So let's put in a paragraph tag. I'm just going to see if this works, and then I'm going to try to make, like, not have to do this border width business. I'm not sure skew is the right way to go, but I'm not sure what else I would do. I mean, I could do, like, a conic gradient to make this. If this was all white, conic gradient to make that, but then I can't think of a way of making, like, you know, the radial gradient, sometimes you can move it through and get it to overlap through, but I can't think of a way of making a conic gradient come back up and stop short unless this is like a solid border up top. That border width, yeah, that's if I rotate, no, that's not a rotate, that is definitely a skew angle. All right, let's just get the paragraph tag. Let's go height 100%, just to get it on there. Margin, let's throw margin 0 on it and see where we end up at. Okay. 0, negative 100. Okay. It's moving okay. 0 and 100. Nope. Okay. There's that. Scale -1. Nope, that's not working. Interesting. Huh. Well, I mean, the other option is to transform skew x, or just do a variable in here, you know, var angle, dash dash a, and then close it off, and then we do negative 38.5 degrees. Interesting. Do I need to double it? Okay. And I just realized we can get rid of the degrees if we move this parentheses. No, we cannot. It does not care for that sort of behavior. Okay. It's fine. I respect that. Okay. So that's kind of wild. Let's go. This is. Oop. That is some crazy margins we're dealing with here. I think I'm just going to translate it. What do we got going on? I didn't see. Is it because I already have a transform with the skew? Oh. Interesting. Yeah, because you can only have one transform, right? Okay. All right, so we can't translate it. Then I just want to see if I can get this to work. I'm not even trying to be pretty, but I don't think I'm going to get it be pretty tonight. There it is. Oops. 50. I want something like that. And negative 200. 3, 4. Oh, great. Why is it moving on different axes? I don't have a rotate. I didn't rotate anything. Shoot. Skew works like rotate. That makes me very sad. Especially when I'm dealing with like negative 500. Okay. No, that isn't working. It's position fixed, so it should be somewhere. Still nothing. Okay. Wow. I don't like skew. Alright, is there a way to do these all at once much simpler than this? I'm really drawing a lot of blanks. I guess margin, weird margin is the way to go. actually seems somewhat predictable. Oh yeah, no, that's working now. It's working fine. Like, totally fine. Other than needing, like, negative 700 margin to counteract whatever happened before. I don't know what I was doing wrong before. 730, 720, 725. Let's get our degrees right. 61, 55. Just trying to match up the angle even before I position it. This is so weird to work with. This is not going to work. I just don't have a good feeling about okay. Okay, let's just submit. Let's just see how far off we are. I think those skewed things are not going to work. It worked. It worked. Okay, this is a terrible solution. I spent a long time on this though. I'm going to leave it at that. If you can take this and go further and make it better, like, just by all means, do it. I mean, percentages in the margins, chase that, you know, things like that. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it right now. I'll just break it. Cool. Okay. So that's what the skew is. That's what the border difference is. Got to solve that problem. And it's okay. But cool. All those values transferred down easily at least. There's the difference in the skew, figuring out if we can keep that and just do a scale. Okay, let's just see. Oh yeah, the scale doesn't work. It just breaks everything. Is that it? Because it's a transform as well? That must be why. So you can only have the one. Alright. So solve that problem too. The transform. Although this margin wasn't as bad. For some reason I thought I was getting something different going on. I don't know. 170 pixels. Can we do like 177? 180? It's one more character. I don't know why I'm cleaning up all... Well, I'm doing that because then if you do take this as notes. There you go. I've done the work for you. I don't mind. I like collaboration. Okay. That was messy, but we're done. $246 characters. Seems like a lot. Yeah, these shapes here, those are interesting. That was kind of fun having to figure that out. I mean, the circle, like, we do that all the time, but these skewed shapes are different. So learning how the skew works, diving into that, diving into transforms, you know, because you get deep with these CSS battles. I like it. I liked it. It was tricky, but I liked it. Alright, I hope you're having fun with it, and I'll catch you later.